Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. We got some beef up in these streets. Stephen A. Smith popped up yesterday out of vacation. Apparently, he's on vacation, according to what he said. Right? He did a show yesterday on his channel that they dropped, and it had the headline "Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, Giannis to New York, a message to my critics." So this episode dropped yesterday. It was about an hour show, a show I didn't watch, by the way. So I was going through the internet this morning, and I was seeing that Stephen A. Smith was going at his critics, and one of the people that he was sneak dissing, without a doubt, was my man Marcellus Wiley. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley. So Marcellus Wiley, as you guys know, a former professional NFL player, used to work on TV for various networks like ESPN, FS1, was very cool with Max Kellerman, and they even had a radio show out there in LA together, right? So Max is his man. He said that. And we kind of became cool after Max left ESPN First Take, and Stephen A. Smith went on like this diss tour of Max. And Marcellus started to see the videos. I'm like, yo, this dude, son is on it right now. And he came to the defense of Max Kellerman. And he was calling out a lot of the stuff that was going on. And let me tell you why I think Stephen A. Smith had an issue with Marcellus. If I'm the one saying it, nobody cares what I say or the next guy says. But Marcellus was in a unique position of knowing all these people. He's worked on TV, so he knows what was really going on underneath. And Marcellus, unlike a lot of these people in the business, as he said, he's not going to suffer fools, man. If you capping, he gonna tell it. Whether or not you on TV, whether or not you're not on TV, he gonna let it know. He's just gonna call it like it is. And people like Stephen A. Smith had an issue with it, but Marcellus is like, you foul. You being foul, son. Stop being so foul to Max. So Stephen A. Smith goes on the show, and he starts responding to critics. And then he starts taking shots at Marcellus Wiley. Oh, said the friend that says I'm not hating on Max. And then try to say, oh, he's doing it for clicks and views and da-da-da-da-da-da. He ain't doing it for clicks and views. And I'm like, yo, what is going on here? What is going on here? So I said, no, we got to touch on it. But what we want to do now is want to play exactly what he had to say. The person he's dissing is Marcellus Wiley. Like, let's keep it a stat. So take a listen to what he had to say here, and I'm going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to that there.
I have nothing against Max Kellerman. I didn't want to work with him on First Take anymore. That's all. I didn't think we were good partners for a debate show. If we were doing boxing, if we were doing Sports Center or something like that, nothing. No problem. For a 2-hour daily debate show, I didn't think we worked any longer. That's all. Never wanted him fired. Never wanted him unemployed. Happy he's back. Because I don't wish for brothers not to get a check and not to be employed. And that brother is brilliant, and he deserves a check. And oh, by the way, you ain't gonna find anybody that knows more boxing than him. I'm happy for him. Even though his boy will lie his ass off and say otherwise because he gonna get more clicks. Y'all know who the hell it is. It's unbelievable. The people make up just to create clicks, because that's all you can do to get a check now. I'm not talking about Max. I'm talking about his peeps. Y'all know who they are with their podcast. You got to be kidding me. But it's all right. It's okay. Because you see, when you make stuff up and you're talking about me, you still have me in the headlines. Which means you believe I'm relevant. Which means you know that it will create clicks for you. And that really kills you, doesn't it? Net negative on NBA coverage? Are you insane? We talk NBA on First Take all the time. I'm on Sports Center all the time. All I'm trying to say is what I really came here to say. I need this break. It's been a long season. Negotiations took a full year with ESPN. SiriusXM took months. I'm very, very happy where I'm at. Very happy that things worked out the way that they did. But over the process, I got something to tell y'all. I think I've gotten too mellow. I think I've been very nice, very quiet, and I haven't come out with the fire that I'm accustomed to coming out with. I actually think I've been more mild-mannered. I don't believe I've told enough people to kiss my ass. I don't believe I've told enough people you could go kick rocks. I don't believe that I've said enough about the people who talk me lying all the damn time. That's going to end. I'll be back beforehand. But when I return to SiriusXM on September 2nd, when I come back from my vacation in August for First Take, y'all might see somebody a little different. Maybe not different, but somebody that's going to remind you of the good old days.
So you heard what he had to say. How do I know he's talking about Marcellus Wiley? Some people may say Jason Whitlock knows Marcellus Wiley. Do you know why? Because he said his friend. And we all know that Marcellus and Max were cool. And Marcellus was the one that was defending Max more than anybody in terms of people that were on in the business, right? So you heard what he had to say there. And he talking about using for clicks. And first, I get so sick and tired of this, man. I get so sick and tired. Let me go back to the title. I closed the video. On every show that Stephen A. Smith does, he's talking about other people. The main subject matter, he's talking about other people. Are you not doing it for clicks and views? Who in the business of sports media is not doing what they're doing for clicks and views? Who? If you did a show on ESPN First Take 2 hours a day and you sat up there and talked about yourself for 2 hours, who's tuning in to watch? Isn't this entire thing a symbiotic relationship where people do things, people want to hear what certain people have to say about said things, and the cycle just continues on? So why are you making it seem like, you talked about Diddy all day long? All day long. What you doing it for? For fun? Obviously, you're doing it for clicks and views. The issue with you and LeBron and the issue with this guy, ain't you doing it for clicks and views? So why are you now saying that, he's only doing it for clicks? He's doing it because it's news, number one. Number two, you're really upset that he's calling you out, and therefore the only retort to it is, he's doing it for clicks and views. And you would have me if that's not what you do, but essentially that's what everybody does in media. So to say, he's trying to do it for money, bro, why are you in this? Are you running a nonprofit over there? Is the Stephen A. Smith show a nonprofit? Is First Take a nonprofit, or are you out here to make money? So what are you talking about? He's doing it for money. It just seems like a way you don't want to address what the guy is saying. So instead of me addressing what he's saying, let me find a way to dismiss his entire set of moves altogether. How are you addressing what the guy said? He's doing it for clicks and views and all of this stuff. Bro, go on ESPN for a week. Sit up there and do a show where you're just talking about yourself. What would the ratings be? What would the ratings be? On ESPN, they talk about everybody. So now all of a sudden, you're accusing a guy of doing what you're doing. I'm confused with these people that like to throw, they're doing it using my name for abuse. Yo, cut it out. Cut it out, bro. Knock it off. Knock it the off, bro. You go on Shannon Sharp, try to pull that nonsense too. Oh, man, they only mentioned my name for clicks and views. Bro, your biggest show was about a dude talking about other dudes, bro. What would Club Shay Shay be if it weren't talking about other people or to other people? What are we talking about? Or Nightcap, aren't we reacting to things and events and what people are doing? So you're not getting views off of that? You clout chasing them too? Come on, knock it off with this nonsense. Knock it off. If you ain't got nothing to say or a real retort, don't say nothing at all. But to me, it sounds like you had nothing to say to him. You didn't address nothing he said. And he was giving it from his standpoint. Why were you throwing that dude under the bus like that if he was of no threat to you? Why was you on Joe Budden's show saying all that crazy stuff about the guy? Essentially saying that he was totally unqualified to even be on the show. Why are you doing this to a guy that was out of a job? Why are you doing that? I don't understand that. It's so grimy to me. The guy was out of work. And you yourself said on the Joe Budden podcast, man, you know, I'm so big in the industry, paraphrasing, that if Stephen A. Smith don't mess with somebody, other people in the industry going to look around and say, well, if he don't mess with him, then we need to take it. You said that while he was out of a job. It wasn't like, oh, me and Max didn't work out together, so that was it. Nah, you took it a step further. Oh, you ain't qualified for this. You ain't qualified. Knock it off. Knock it off with all this capping and, oh, man, they trying to use me for view. Do the Stephen A. Smith show and don't talk about nobody, and let's see how many views it gets. Let's see how many views it gets. Let's stop the nonsense. Why are people so full of themselves? We all benefit off of each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. What are we talking about? One leg needs the other leg to sustain the weight. In sports, people play the sport, right? Then you have people that cover the sport. And the people that cover the sport help promote the sport. And then you have shoes and brands and all, it all works together. So and then you have the fans. Like, what are we talking, man? Knock it off with this. You ain't nothing to say to that. You ain't had nothing to say to Marcellus, so you went for that. Oh, man, you just trying to do it for clicks and views. Meanwhile, let me react to what so-and-so said about so-and-so. We produced a show about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where they had with Jay Williams, Gilbert Arenas, Tracy McGrady on ESPN First Take. And that show went on to make a whole bunch of different headlines that were pertaining to Kobe. But during that day, there was a particular moment where Jay Williams referred to Stephen A. Smith. Referred to Max Kellerman. And as he was talking, as he brought up Max Kellerman, like one of his sayings, Stephen A. Smith was like, yeah, like you could see he was a little bit like, why are you mentioning this dude, right? And we did a show about it. Matter of fact, for those people that don't know, or maybe aren't aware of that, I want to play that quickly for you now so you guys can see it, and then I'm going to come back and continue on. Take a look at that.
So the question is, what does this mean about Hallie? I think this is Hallie spitting in the face of narratives. Whether you want to go to the narrative of a superstar, whether you want to go to the narrative of him being Jaleel White, whether you want to go to the narrative of him being corny or injured or overrated, this is him literally spitting in the face of it. And people can talk about TJ McConnell, deserves to be spoken about. People can talk about Pascal Siakam making buckets down the stretch, or Obi Toppin, deserves to be spoken about. But he is the engine to this car. He got them going in the second half. And I will also say this, Gil, when it comes down to the wire, right? Max Kellerman used to have this line, if the death beam was focused on the earth and it's the Martians against the U.S., right? If the NBA Finals, the last NBA Finals we've had has come down to a single-digit kind of game. If it comes down to the wire with the body of work, I trust Tyrese Halliburton in those moments more than I trust SGA. That's how I feel about it. I've seen it. Now, SGA is a prolific scorer, but it's just not Tyrese Halliburton. Rick Carlisle and the schemes that they throw at SGA, I think, are drastically different. I think Daigneault is being outcoached, and I think Hallie will be positioned properly down the stretch because of Rick Carlisle more than I trust SGA with Daigneault. That's just my feeling.
So you saw that there, right? So what happened? Stephen A. Smith has been missing in action over the last week or so, especially through this free agency frenzy. So yesterday, he decided to drop a show on his YouTube channel, right? And during this show, I actually saw it yesterday, the headline of it, but I didn't click on it. And it basically said, Trump's big, beautiful bill, Giannis to New York, a message to his critics, right? But again, I didn't watch it. So what happened? This morning I was going through the internet and I came across a report here from Awful Announcing that was basically saying that Stephen A. Smith had some words for people that were saying that he was hating on Max Kellerman or he doesn't like Max Kellerman, and he started going off. in typical Stephen A fashion. So before I even put you guys in too much suspense, I want to play his comments for you now that he made on his show, and then want to come back and continue on. Take a listen to what he said here.
I have nothing against Max Kellerman. I didn't want to work with him on First Take anymore. That's all. I didn't think we were good partners for a debate show. If we were doing boxing, if we were doing Sports Center or something like that, nothing. No problem. For a 2-hour daily debate show, I didn't think we worked any longer. That's all. Never wanted him fired. Never wanted him unemployed. Happy he's back. Because I don't wish for brothers not to get a check and not to be employed. And that brother is brilliant. And he deserves a check. And oh, by the way, you ain't going to find anybody that knows more boxing than him. I'm happy for him. Even though his boy will lie his ass off and say otherwise because he going to get more clicks. Y'all know who the hell it is. It's unbelievable. The people make up just to create clicks because that's all you can do to get a check now. I'm not talking about Max. I'm talking about his peeps. Y'all know who they are with their podcast. You got to be kidding me. But it's all right. It's okay. Because you see, when you make stuff up and you're talking about me, you still have me in the headlines. Which means you believe I'm relevant. Which means you know that it will create clicks for you. And that really kills you, doesn't it? Net negative on NBA coverage? Are you insane? We talk NBA on First Take all the time. I'm on SportsCenter all the time. All I'm trying to say is what I really came here to say. I need this break. It's been a long season. Negotiations took a full year with ESPN. SiriusXM took months. I'm very, very happy where I'm at. Very happy that things worked out the way that they did. But over the process, I got something to tell y'all. I think I've gotten too mellow. I think I've been very nice, very quiet, and I haven't come out with the fire that I'm accustomed to coming out with. I actually think I've been more mild-mannered. I don't believe I've told enough people to kiss my ass. I don't believe I've told enough people you could go kick rocks. I don't believe that I've said enough about the people who talk me lying all the damn time. That's going to end. I'll be back beforehand. But when I return to SiriusXM on September 2nd, when I come back from my vacation in August for First Take, y'all might see somebody a little different. Maybe not different, but somebody that's going to remind you of the good old days.
So you heard Stephen A. Smith's comments. I want to react to it this way. Stephen A. Smith is making it seem like as if we are pulling this out of the thin, like we're making this up about him. Let's go through this chronologically. If you remember when Stephen A. Smith was on ESPN First Take with Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith used to disrespect the hell out of Max Kellerman on TV. At times, he would talk to him like he was a little boy. A married man he was talking to like that. It got to the point where he created an environment where it was just okay to disrespect Max, that other people like Kendrick Perkins would come on there talking to Max Kellerman any kind of way. And I'm like, what is this? That's Stephen A. The thing ends. Their partnership ends. He then goes on a world tour of where he was throwing Max Kellerman under the bus at every stop, to the point where he himself said Max wasn't even qualified to even be on the show. That's not what I said. That's what he said. He's been quoted for doing this. Going around trashing, man. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. So people came to that conclusion based off of what you were doing and saying. Not us. We were just reacting to what was going on there. Then this clip comes up of him and Jay Williams mentioning Max, and you have that reaction. Why do you have that reaction if you have nothing against the guy and the guy is on his merry way? Stephen A. Smith is making it seem like we're the ones making this up, like we're looking too much into it. We're just reacting to what occurred. We didn't make this up. We didn't say go on a Joe Budden podcast and trash the guy the way that you did. Like, who said? Nobody's told you to do it. You did that all on your own volition. So to now turn around and make it seem like, oh, people are trying to make something of it, what it's not. Stop the nonsense. You're acting like as if he's above the fray, like, oh, he can't get in the weeds. It was the same Stephen A. Smith that said, I never hold anything personal against players, never personal. And then it came out and said it's personal between me and Kyrie. Come on. Come on. Who said that? You said that. We're not making this stuff up. We're just reacting to the things that you say. But to now make it seem like as if people are, first of all, I honestly believe Stephen A. Smith loves the attention. He loves the fact that people are he loves it. Forget about what he says. He loves it. Do you know how I know? Because he responds to almost anything that is said about him. Anything. Any little thing that's said or even suggested about him, he's going to respond to. The thing about Tyrese Halliburton, he responded to it. There's no opportunity Stephen A. Smith doesn't miss to go at cats. He responds to more subliminals than rappers these days, man. So to now turn it around and make it seem like, oh, we're the ones inventing this and you didn't say nothing and I had no part to play. Come on, man. Like, let's stop. Just own it. Like, come on, own it. Like, come on, man. You said all that stuff. Ain't nobody make this up. These are my... I ain't had nothing to talk about. We didn't done enough laughing at LeBron over the last few days, but I was pretty much done. So as I'm about to shoot, Mitch is like, yo, look at this post. And he sends me a post from sideline sources. And I'm like, what's the post? I see the post and immediately I burst out laughing. Matter of fact, since I want you guys to join me in the laughter, let me show the post to you. It says, will LeBron finish this season with the Lakers? Now look at the post itself. Report. The Cavaliers are not interested in LeBron James. And I damn near fell out of my seat. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you telling me nobody is interested in LeBron James? Nobody? Could that be one of the reasons why the Lakers are not willing to go into the luxury tax? If LeBron was such in high demand, why aren't they paying up that money? And we're hearing that he's trying to exert leverage on the Lakers. They're not budging. So clearly there must be some other suitors out there. Well, Cleveland, who looked like a viable option in terms of him returning home and having that storybook finish, and given the fact that they were the best team, or one of the best teams, I think the best team in the Eastern Conference last year, some people surmised, oh, maybe he's going to Cleveland. But now we're hearing that Cleveland is not even interested in him. So I told him, I said, Mitch, well, you need to give me some more here. I need some more. Is there another source? And apparently, there is another source, and I want to read from this article. It has the following headline saying, this is from actually NBC Sports. It says, after slow start to free agency, where do Lakers LeBron James go from here? Listen to this. First, the Lakers have started slowly. It's no secret Los Angeles entered the free agency looking for a center. But players it was linked to have already found new homes with more aggressive teams. Brook Lopez is just across town with the Clippers. Nobody was as aggressive as the Bucks in finding a way to get Miles Turner out of Indiana. Clint Capella is back in Houston. The Lakers are talking to agents. The names we hear now, maybe they get Al Horford, or maybe they get DeAndre Ayton. You can feel Luka Doncic's eyes rolling. LeBron not Lakers focus. Second, for the first time in his career, LeBron James and his wishes are not the most important thing to his team during the offseason. The Lakers' focus is on transitioning to a team built to optimize Doncic's skills. LeBron is a part of that, but not the primary focus. In past years, LeBron opted out of his player option at the end of his contract and used that as leverage to persuade the team to add talent. Passive-aggressive statements from him and those around him are the norm. This year, LeBron opted into the $52.6 million he was owed. He's a Laker. The franchise doesn't have to do anything to appease him. When opting in, his longtime friend and agent Rich Paul released a statement to ESPN. We're not going to read it. You guys already know what that said. And then concludes here. Where do Lakers LeBron go from here? Combine Paul's statements with the slow start to free agency and probably nothing. LeBron can be frustrated with the Lakers, with the team's transition to Doncic's focus, to a Doncic focus, and especially with the slow start to free agency. But there isn't some utopia out there, nor is there a simple trade that will get him to a contender at full price. And then it gets to the part where it gets to Cleveland. Listen to this. LeBron wants to be on a contender. He wants to play meaningful games and meaningful playoff games and to be in the heart of the conversation. Additionally, LeBron has consistently sought to maximize his revenue. LeBron opted and will get paid. That means that if he asks for a trade, a new team would have to match LeBron's salary. For example, a lot of fans tried to link him to a return to Cleveland. With a third team, a deal can be made if it's LeBron for Darius Garland and Max Strus. Why would the Cavs do that? Giving up young players and getting 15 years older and would arguably be worse in the short term to rent LeBron for a year or two. And trading LeBron to the Cavs is a lot less complicated than most other destinations. And then the article concludes there. That article is a bit of a tongue twister. Anyway, what are my thoughts about this? Folks, it looks like LeBron is running out of options. And to me, this speaks volumes as to why it made no good sense for the Lakers to spend an exorbitant amount of money and a luxury tax to please him after he took all the money off the table. So you took all the money off the table, and now you want the Lakers to work signs and wonders. How are they going to do that? That's the first part. The second part, this thing about Doncic being the focus of the future. Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't Luka Doncic be the focus of the future? Doncic, for as much as his weight issues were a problem last season, somehow, somewhere he got to the finals. How did he do it? How did he do it? How did he do it? Now the thing is, Doncic isn't really good. And Luka Doncic, he's not as great as we think he is. I mean, come on. You're basing that off of what exactly? What are you basing that off of? Even if you looked at the team last year when they were all playing together, he was their best player. It's not even up for discussion. Doncic, I mean, for him to get his stats, his points, rebound, it was like it was almost laughably easy for him. That's while being overweight. He was clearly the best player. Now, some people say he doesn't play defense. Who does play defense? Who does play defense on the Lakers? Who? Now, I heard a report earlier today that they're saying that LeBron James is unhappy. LeBron and Austin Reeves are unhappy with playing with Luka. And so what? Who cares? Who cares if they're unhappy to play with him? Then let them leave. If they're unhappy playing with Luka, let them leave. He's better than both of them. The Lakers are supposed to do something because of a role player or a highly glorified role player like Austin Reeves feels the type of way about playing with Luka, and LeBron doesn't like playing with Luka, and LeBron is 41 years old. He's about to retire soon. A lot of us think so. They're supposed to budge on that. Oh, you don't like playing with Luka? We need to do something. They're not doing nothing about it. The Lakers' number one priority right now is making sure Luka Doncic re-signs. But to hear that there's no interest from the Cleveland Cavaliers, it makes a lot of sense. It would be actually stupid for them to even consider gutting their young core to bring in a LeBron James for a fairy tale finish, which most likely won't happen because it doesn't mean the Cavs are going to win the championship anyway. And I got to say this. For a lot of those LeBron fans that want LeBron to leave and say, I want him in Dallas, I want him in this, I want him in that, he better win if he goes there. He better win if he goes there. He better win because I don't want a situation in which LeBron leaves. Let's say he goes to Dallas and they don't win and you find another excuse. And I got to say this. I was thinking about it yesterday. If LeBron fans agree with LeBron James on his ring culture weird comments, why are y'all so desperate for the Lakers to make moves? Think about this. LeBron fans agree with LeBron on his ridiculous, insane comments about ring culture. So why are you guys so desperate for the Lakers to make moves? Why are you guys crying every single day about the Lakers and not making moves? Why? If the rings don't matter, LeBron has enough, why do you care? Why is there this push from his fans to get him a ring so badly? I thought rings don't matter. I thought you guys agree with him. Even his fan base doesn't agree with him. Even his because if his fan base did agree with him, then why is everybody losing their minds that the Lakers didn't make any moves? Why? Why is everybody losing their minds that the Lakers didn't make any moves if rings don't matter? You guys should be perfectly comfortable with how things are going. But even they know it's a lie. Just yesterday, I want to say this in closing. One of these buffoons ran down on me and like, man, finally looks like I might be able to root for the Lakers again. One buffoon, I don't even know where he came from. What hole he crawl out of? What is this we? At the minute I read that comment, I knew he was a LeBron fan. Only a LeBron fan would now come and ask me, "Oh, you're a Laker fan." I need to maybe I need to repeat it in something. Let me steal a quote from Hassan Cameron. Maybe we need to put it in subtitles or something. I've been a Laker fan for almost 2 decades. I stopped supporting the organization after Kobe retired and they got LeBron and they turned it and they started getting weird. Not only did I stop, a lot of Laker fans stopped supporting. Now, I'm not the only one. A lot of us stopped supporting. So I ain't got to prove nothing about I'm a Laker fan and nothing. I've been a Kobe fan through and through. Kobe made me a Laker fan. The same way a lot of people, Magic Johnson made him a Laker fan, or whoever else it was, Jerry West, or whoever. One particular player will draw you into a team. So Kobe made me a Laker fan. And by proxy, I became a Kawhi fan because he was one of the students of Kobe. But I've been a Laker fan this whole time. But I don't like the fact that they turned themselves into an absolute clown show. And that's what they've been. So to have a greasy-ass LeBron fan masquerading as a Laker fan asking me, were you a Laker fan? Go sit your ass. Don't y'all got some bags to be packing? Don't y'all got some jars of honey y'all got to be rubbing on each other's booties while y'all up there twerking and hollering and screaming? I mean, when you been a Laker fan? You dudes ain't no Laker fans. You don't get to ask me that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I've been a Kobe fan for a damn long time, my boy. Buying mixtapes of him when he went to Rucker Park. Stop playing with me. They, oh man, you're a Laker fan. They just mad. Oh, you're a Laker fan. We ready for your man to be up out of there. Go pack some bags or something. Go buy some honey. Go over there with it. You're a Laker fan. It's like, yo, it's enough is enough. Son has been playing for 35,000 years, bro. Let the team live. The team is tired. Even Keyshawn Johnson went up on there talking about, man, like, enough is enough. But they have these LeBron fans asking me, man, you never been. Ain't no Laker fan gonna ask me why you want to be a Laker fan. Go back to our oldest videos, 2019. I've been saying I'm a Kobe fan. Been. So what I gotta prove now? What I gotta be proven? I ain't got nothing to prove. Nothing to prove. Nothing. One dumbass asked me, hey man, if you a Laker fan, why you ain't go to the game? Because I never lived in California, you freakazoid. I never lived there. I'm going to fly all the way from New York, Yonkers, to go watch a Lakers game, and I'm a high school student. I'm in college or something. Are you a bozo or are you not? These wild ass LeBron fans, man. Just pack y'all bags and get the hell up out of here. We done with y'all. Just move on. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, man. Go to Dallas. Stay there for years. Let Dallas Mavericks fans stop supporting the team, and then go ask them, when were you Dallas Mavericks fans?